Hey, here we are. Dawntrail is upon us with a very good queue. Um, yeah, so I was actually anticipating that the queue would be like at least at least an hour or whatever, but it was like almost instant, and it's amazing. They really did an amazing job with the server. But yeah, we're here, and I'm very excited. I actually haven't seen a lot of the latest things about dawntrail. I saw the three big, you know, fan fests, but I haven't seen the two latest live letters. I didn't watch the trailer, and I also didn't watch the streamers getting to know the game and whatever. I actually skipped all of that because I actually wanted to go in extremely blind in this one. But without further ado, let's just do it. Ojika Tsunijika has a message for you. Welcome back, Vixgun. I've just heard word from Erinville. It seems he's managed to secure passage to Tural aboard the guild ship vessel. Why don't you wait in the main hall while I go and inform your travel companions? I should only take a moment. Nice. Yeah, so I did explore a little bit because of the graphics update, which, by the way, I'm happy with my character. I know some people aren't really happy with what they have. A good friend of mine, sadly enough, it didn't work out for her. That's sad, and I feel so sorry for her because she's so attached to her character. But I'm happy with it, and everything else is also extremely beautiful. And yeah, let's just do this. Another thing, my streaming schedule will be all over the place because I'm still very busy with like so much. I still have my two jobs and whatever. I don't really practice or rehearse my piano at the moment, but that will come again. Hey! Ojika gave us the good news. We've made ready to set sail at a moment's notice. The only one yet to arrive is Erinville himself. Ah, you're all here. It took some persuasion, but the Cleaners Guild ship has granted us place aboard the vessel board for Tural. There'll be other passengers, researchers and artisans and the like, so we'll need to share deck space. That's fine, Erinville. I doubt anyone expected we'd have a ship all to ourselves. That's true. They're not casting off just yet, so if you have any lingering concerns, now is the time to voice them. I wouldn't call a concern, but everyone's still clear on what we'll be doing in Tural, yes? Ugh, look at the colors on, like... I do like the red and the blue right now. Like, the blue is more purple. You see, it's way more purple than it used to be. The red is so beautiful on Alizé as well. Man, the details. I love it. We've not forgotten. The nation of Tulioal is in the midst of deciding its next ruler. As your chosen allies, we shall assist you during the rite of succession and support your bid to become Dawn servants. I'm actually very excited for the storyline. In addition to that, Elfino, I have another objective. As part of its reconstruction, Gallinomald seeks ways to reconcile and re-engage with its neighbors, which is also very interesting. By visiting Tural, we hope to learn more about how its myriad cultures interact with one another, how they find common ground, develop stronger ties, the sort of insights that might help our friends in Ilsebard. I'm happy that they still have an ulterior motive for coming to Tural, and it's with Ilsebard. Also the music again. It's a mix. It's a mix of a song that we know. But we'll pursue this goal in our own time. You can be assured that we'll give the contents all due attention. That's all I ask. Otherwise, you're welcome to do as you like. You wanted to find out about your grandfather, right, Carl? Yes. Yes, as far as we could determine from the old missive I found, he had been tasked with investigating the Golden City by your father, the Dawn servants. Yet oddly enough, we have no record of that investigation in our archives and nothing to explain the earring which accompanied the letter. Thus for reasons both official and personal, I should very much like to get to the bottom of this mystery. I'm sure there'll be a chance to speak with Papa. You can get your answers right from the source. I look forward to meeting him. In any case, you're not the only one with interest in the City of Gold. The Golden City is Sheldon's bedtime story. I'm part of this expedition only because the Third Province has commanded that I serve as guide. Still playing the part of Stoic, a servant, I see. What of you? Don't you dare tell me you've changed your mind. Ho sail and let the wind take us as she pleases. We won't make you down servant by standing here and talking about it. I go wheresoever adventure is to be found. Ho sail and let the wind take us as she pleases. We are standing here and talking about it. I go wheresoever. I'm an adventurer. Heh, that's what they tell me. Right then, if all are still committed to the journey, then I say we make ready to depart. You immediately can see the quality difference on the gear, especially. Like, it's so good. So good. Eager as they are, the others have already left for the harbor. We are not in danger of missing the boarding call, but perhaps we should be on our way as well. It's funny though, like, and in Endwalker, the beginning was also traveling by boat, so it kind of gave me a reminiscence to it.
Savoring the moment? I can feel your excitement, your eagerness to explore the unknown.
Hell yeah.
Well, for once, the fate of the world doesn't rest on our shoulders. We might even get a chance to enjoy ourselves.
Oh, by the way, the voice actors of Alice and Alfino, they are amazing singers apparently. I heard them in the collab with Husky by the Geek with the 300 other musicians. Amazing.
Do not be so quick to relax. Though Tural may seem but a short sail away on a map, the vast seas between brim with peril. The treacherous waters of Shade's Triangle alone have claimed countless vessels.
Shade's Triangle. Is that a reference to Bermuda Triangle from our world?
Even following the safe route plotted by Admiral Boothishwin herself, this will be no pleasure cruise.
I wonder if we're going to have like a battle. Like a
Perhaps,
salute
but
duty.
my voyage here was uneventful enough. Disappointingly so.
Oh, look Lamont. I'm so sorry.
Either way, the two of you have first-hand experience, which will be of great comfort in the days ahead, I'm sure.
No, 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 no.
Aye, it's nothing new to us.
All aboard! We're casting off!
Alright.
It's time. I trust you have everything you need?
Hell yeah.
And so does our ship cast off from the docks.
Ervel, the narrator.
We sail west, as Cattenram did some 80 years past, bound for the New World, known to her children as the continent of Toral.
Just wait, Papa. When this contest is said and done, it'll be your daughter who sits the throne. Me, Woklamat.
I'm hyped. So hyped. Yeah. I'm waiting for the collector's edition, so I would get that map. I have a map over there at the moment, but it's the old one. So I'm very excited to have like the extended version of the map. And of course the fiber figurine and all the other collectibles with it.
Smooth sailing so far?
Aye, so far so good.
Aye.
But this sea, she's a fickle one. Calm one moment, blowing a gale the next.
I'll take my rest while I can then.
We left port what seems an age ago now, and we've seen naught but open water ahead. I knew Toral was far, but it's another thing to really know.
Yeah. I wonder how Kral will be Pictomancer, how that change
Speaking of
will be.
which, some of our fellow passengers have made this trip before. Several times, in fact. I was able to learn a few things about Tuliolal and the right of succession.
Who are you? Your hair is too special to be a normal character.
Since we still have a long way to go, why not have a chat with them yourself? I'm sure you have questions of your own.
Sure.
Did you look out across these same waters, Grandfather?
is still a good distance away and it might be a pleasant way to pass the time. Deep breaths, deep breaths. I can feel my edge start to dull on these long seas voyages. How about some light sparring later? Sure. I actually would like to spar with Alize at some point. Oh, this will be my first visit to Tural. Fornigantain. Fornigantain is the name. I was working at Estates Aesthetics in Pula, you see, but my employment with them came to an end. That's why I visited Charlian in the hopes of starting over while I was attempting and failing to find a new job. I seized the chance to board this vessel when I overheard room for another passenger and suddenly opened up. He told the dawntrail friends welcome all regardless of origin, and so Tulial seems like a perfect place to begin anew. Hopefully things will be better this time. I hope so too for you. I wonder what the city will be like. Man, I love the cheerful music. It's so fun. I see you in Eorzea before, you great and famous hero. Yeah, I've had enough of playing the simpleton. There was a time when we took great pains to maintain the deception, but with more of your Eorzeans coming to Tural, it's become impractical. Besides, my mercenary days are over, too many of our war band have fallen, and so we head home to Lekor. My story? Well, since you asked, I wanted to retrace the historic journey of the great Katenran. Well, I think we're actually going to do that as well, because since Arnville is the narrator and he loves Katenran, I think we'll do the same. So it might be possible that we will see this guy even more. You know, the first Eorzean to set foot on Tural almost 18 years ago. The Mamurja's leader is said to have welcomed Katenran with open arms and sent him home with a bounty of silverware as a token of their friendship. But the real treasure was the crops he brought back, potatoes, tomatoes, and corn, which spread across Eorzea like wildfire. His grand adventure led to a culinary revolution. The tales say Katemram returned to Tural several times after that, but his ship vanished during his last recorded voyage and he was never heard from again. That even a seasoned explorer like him could meet such an end is testimony to the ocean's peril. Indeed. I look forward to a long and soak in a hot spring of Urkupacha and local plains when I dance the bathing dance. Some parts of Tural are said to be so remote that not even Katenran made it to them. If I could explore those places, then perhaps I'll become even more famous than him. Who knows? Maybe. But I am the grand adventurer. I turned Erwin was looking for passage to Tulial, so I managed to squeeze his party aboard one of our Chartier vessels. As fortune would have it, we have just scheduled an expedition to Tural. Thank you. Thank you so much. An adventure, I presume? I'm a merchant myself based in Ulda, especially imports and exports Eorzean and Turali boats. If this is your first crossing to the Alps, as they say, do you remember that the social mores of Eorzea are not necessarily the same as those over yonder. Consider this, it's not uncommon for the various races to be referred to instead to the names of certain clans. For the Mikoto, the Hetsaro, the Hrodgar, the Xubral, not because every member of a given clan is of the same race might, but because many individuals of said race are associates with that clan. A fair assumption in certain cases, but take care not to give offense. The goods I'm bringing over on this trip are rare sight to Tural, so I expect to make a decent profit. The local merchants are an agreeable folk. I'm told this vessel has been equipped with a barrier generator for protected from storms. I remember a barrier generator against Leviathan. I'm really sorry to touch it, thought I never let pray that would be the need for it. Foreshadowing! I don't know if you know. Foreshadowing. Do you know that? you want to make a wager, we're taking bets on who will be set next in the Dawn server shiny share. There are 4 claimants in the right of section. Lamat being one of them, of course, but from what the bloke was telling us, the other 3 are all storm contenders. Not too many keen to do rest their coin on the third promise. Wait, I recognize you. You're a champion of Georgia. The third promise has you on her side? Then that shifts the odds a fair bet. I might change my bet. I'm actually, I wonder if we actually will win. I can imagine like some crazy shit will happen throughout. So I know like it's always in our favor and whatever, but who knows, it's still a contest. It might not be just, you know, that easy, let's say. Did you learn anything of interest? Yeah. I mean, nothing like what you told me to, but it was still interesting. Oh, I hadn't heard that about clan names. We should have Muhammad and Erfan teach us the names we should know. Actually, it's getting a little chilly up here on deck. Let's all gather at the cabin. Ooh. Storm's coming! Storm ahead!
We're in for a proper storm, it seems.
Aye. Uklamat kent.
How's your stomach? Any better?
I don't know what you mean. I don't get seasick.
Yeah.
I'm just feeling a little nauseous is all.
Isn't that what seasickness is?
Shh, Alice, shh.
Erenville, you were born in Tyrol, yes? Do many Vieira live there?
The Shetona, as my people are called, have settlements mainly in the north, in Shaktural.
We're going to Shaktural.
And your family?
I know nothing of my father, not even his name. As for my mother...
There we go.
We're in the teeth of a nomad! Reef that sail before the mast snaps!
Oh dear.
Only who's on watch! His wings too strong to take any sound! I'm pulling off the mast! We need help! Get
That's
him below decks first! Quickly! Before he's washed overboard!
That's not good.
Come, we should lend what aid we can.
Aye.
I have not seen the ocean rage with such fury before or since.
Okay. Damn.
The heaving waves tossed our ship about like a toy, sending sailors tumbling. The dauntless Alizé, quick to the rescue, was almost lost to the sea herself.
Oof.
Meanwhile, our champion rushed to deploy the vessel's magical defenses, and thereby shield us from the lightning.
Just in time.
What an extraordinary life he must lead to be able to operate such a device with practiced ease.
Well, we had practice against Leviathan.
Woklama, too, threw herself into the rescue efforts, though one might have mistaken her for another soul in distress.
Poor Woklamat.
By the time the unruly seas had calmed, our strength was all but spent, and we had yet to even glimpse the shores of Tural. In retrospect, of course, that battle against the storm would prove a fitting prelude to the coming contest for the throne.
Well, I love how they narrated everything. It would have been amazing if I could have played like a little part in that. Like, oh yeah, you need to run there and touch the device and it did it. But yeah. Man, the lighting and it's such a difference. It's crazy. You probably don't see it that well on stream, but like on my TV with everything, like I'm playing on PlayStation 5, so I play on max settings. So you really do see the difference. Like, holy shit. And I feel like that there will be a lot of times that they want to show off the new graphical update.
Morning. Joining us for some fresh air?
Yeah.
Seems my belly has settled along with the weather, but I'll feel much better once we're on solid ground. Can't be much farther now, can it?
Come on, Muklamat. You got this. Look at the
Seabirds.
burbies.
Land must be near. You need only hold out a while longer.
Erven, your skin is way too smooth for your own good.
For a
You know
dark
that?
moment, I thought the ocean might swallow us. Glad to have my pessimism proven wrong.
In other good news, I examined the sailor who took a fall, and he's faring well. I'm sure he'll make a full recovery.
Good news indeed. If all's well, then we needn't delay in launching the landing boat. Ships have to lower anchors some way from shore. Too close, and they risk having their underbellies ripped open by the reefs that crowd Tuliola's coasts. Come.
Thanks for bringing us all this way.
Ha! We only did what we were paid to do. Couldn't hardly set you adrift halfway.
And we did help you.
If anything, it should be us thanking you for helping us through that beast of a storm. As a matter of fact, everyone's starting to fancy your chances in the contest. At this rate, we won't be able to lay wagers no more.
Well, lay wagers on us, so you get a lot of money.
Then I better not let you down. Easy, stomach. Easy.
we're the last to board. If there's nothing left to say, then let's shove off, shall we?
Yeah. Man. Just look at this. That's beautiful. Beautiful.
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
With the bows.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
They recreated the scene. Amazing. Oh.
There, look, my friends. Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World. To my home, Tural.
It's beautiful. There it is. Dawntrail. That's some smooth. That's hella smooth. Yes, so good. Diplomat. Jesus. So beautiful.
Gods, I've seen cities with an impressive mix of cultures, but this is something else.
Yeah.
Is that a... No. I've never seen Vanu feathers in that color before.
You'll find much here you never knew existed. There may be a sea route now, but visitors to Tulihyolal are still few and far between. And as we don't build seafaring ships, only a handful of Turali ever venture abroad.
Mamulja sellswords mostly. Those willing to play the fool sail with Lominsan merchants to secure employment in Eorzea.
I suppose that makes us a rare sight in your country.
Yeah.
Rare and currently undocumented. Were there some forms we should fill out or...
Nah. You're just here. It's fine.
Forms? Did you forget who you're traveling with?
Exactly. Like, you're traveling with the daughter of the king of Tural, like... I don't know, man.
You are outsiders? Visitors to Tural?
We are.
Our nation is soon to hold a right of succession to choose its next dawn servant.
exactly.
We will not abide interference from foreign agents seeking to foment trouble. What brings you to Tule Yolal?
I can answer that. These fine people are allies in my succession bid.
Third promise. If you vouch for them, then all is well. Of course.
Aye.
Please, accept our apologies.
No need to bow and scrape. That our soldiers are so diligent in their duties fills me with pride.
We'll be continuing our patrol then.
I like his armor, though. Like, that's also a thing that I really want to do in dawntrail. Like, really work with my glamour. I haven't glammed before, or so with the graphic update and the 2 dye stuff, and now I actually want to get into glam. I have a friend of mine who's really into that stuff, and she's going to help me. So I'm very excited for that one.
Well, well. You really are a figure of authority here.
Are you suggesting I don't look the part?
Yeah, no. I don't think so.
Anyway, first things first. I bid you welcome to Tule Yolal.
Thank you. New hub city. Oh wow. Hello, people. Alright. Oh, by the way, wasn't there like a button that I can press now to make the people disappear around NPCs? What an amazing city. They. Okay, it's actually. I'm gonna search that up later. It's not really that important. According to Arenville, the Vanu I thought I saw belong to a clan known as the Hanu Hanu. It seems they share more than a physical resemblance. Yeah, Vanu Vanu, Hanu Hanu. I wonder what kind of trouble those soldiers are expecting. True. Yeah, I guess, yeah. Ah, it's so nice to feel familiar breeze again. I wasn't sure my stomach would make it. Well, despite the storm's efforts to the contrary, here we are, safe and sound. There we go. Our first quest completed. Okay. The nation of Tuliolal, while being on solid ground, has improved with Glamat's mood. Her stomach appears to be lagging behind. Right then, first things first. I'm still a bit squeezy. No more boats for a while. I realize we just arrived, but we should get you familiar with the city before the rite of succession begins. Yeah. Eat the right hunting. No arguments here. I should very much like to explore. Then I'll guide you. Are you sure you're in a condition to do so? Aha! You were wondering who those strange followers were, so the third promise has found herself some new followers then. Followers? Look, Lamat, are you unwell? No, not at all. Couldn't be better. The third promise does not get seasick. No, sir. As for my handpicked entourage here, I've recruited them to help me win the rite of succession. I was about to show them around the city, in fact. That sounds lovely. But a group of foreigners is going to attract attention, especially if they are in the company of the third promise. Everyone will be curious. We certainly were. Your siblings have a tendency to command a respect from distance, but you're just so easy to approach. Ah. She's like the more goofy princess that likes her people. And I enjoy it so much when you do. Please don't ever worry that you are bothering me. You're very kind. Good day to you, I promise. Did have a point. Reclamat is technically royalty here. Like it or not, a person of her station surrounded by this many outsiders is bound to draw control. Oh my god, seriously? Hey, wait, what do you mean technically? I suggest we move in two groups as to attract less attention. Just technically ignoring me then. Vexkin, you and Kral come with me. I'll take the twins then. We'll get in touch once we had a good look around. The voyage was hard enough on all of us, so take it slow and recuperate. We have time enough for that. Enjoy your wanderings. Perhaps you should wait a bit, at least until the Clamas nausea subsides. No need for that. Look, I'm ready to go. Tulial isn't going anywhere. Let's give Uklamat a little more time. I'm fine now, really. I can stand around all day feeling sorry for myself. What with contest looming and all. No then, seeing as we're already here, I might as well tell you about the harbor. Ervan already mentioned the reefs in our coastal waters, which explain why you don't see any big ships moored at the docks. Ah, that's why we had to go with little ships. Ah. Only vessels with shallow draft can navigate the bay, mostly small fish boats or barges ferrying cargo up and down the rivers from inland settlements. So, how do you do? So, is there like a bigger place for the big boats that go into the sea, and then you load in stuff from the little boats to the big boats? Much of the incoming traffic is from Yok to Aral, the southern landmass. The clans there produce okay. Their wares are unloaded here and carted off to the merchants' stalls and the neighboring markets. Speaking of which, Bayside Bevy should be our next stop. Yay. Wandering around the city is so exciting, and familiar wonders everywhere we look. Yeah. That is Bayside Baby, Tuliola's largest marketplace. Being right on the harbor, everything from the fresh fish to imported wares go directly to the shelves. Anything you want, they most likely have it. Alright, I should mention that they are in Tuliola. We buy things with PAL, a currency that the Pelopelu created. But don't worry, more and more trade is coming in from Europe, so most shops are happy to accept your guild. There's also what you make. What? What you make. Kimiki? Another market to the east of here, but that can wait for another time. I have other places I want to show you first. Next we head back a bit, then over upstairs to the certain plaza. Yeah, I can't wait to see. That's a very different tune for the night and day cycle. I will mend. Hey, Dari! Just a second. Voila. Okay. Alright. That's a real life friend of mine. He's a really cool guy. Good friend. Alright, let's go. Reassuring to know we can use our guild for shopping here. Yeah. What do you think of that, eh? Good as me, you have Etherite and Tulial? I think I told you before, but my brother Kuwana spent 3 years studying in Charleyan. He fell in love with the nation and its ways and brought back to us the knowledge of Etherite construction. Papa warmed to the idea at once. He had one built immediately. That's interesting. Did you do the attuning thing? If you are ready to continue, we'll head down again and then up the slope to site. Right at the top is the gate which leads to Yaktural. Let's make a stop at Bright Blue Post on the way, though that's the headquarters for the Light Guards. Alright. There we go. Doki Doki. Man. You actually really can see how much more foliage there is. Like, holy shit, look at those plants. It's one thing to see it on screen, it's another thing to actually walk inside everything. We have a lot of narrow winding streets that crawl up in the sides of the mountain. As you can see, through the builders made sure the city's main thoroughfares we were wide enough to accommodate wagons. Trudging up and down all these slopes and stairs is exhausting. I understand no war Klimatskets are endless endurance. Come on, Kral. We are the Science of Seven Dawn. We should be able to have endurance as well. We went to hell and back. It is cool to see everything. I'm probably going to explore all of this on my own time. But jeez, this I love. I love this so much because I'm not only a history buff but also like a lore buff and like in real life but also in video games, and the whole Aztec thing going on is amazing. I just love it so much. Like, god damn, it's so beautiful. Oh, Ethernet shard. Goodness of Eaterize, though I don't share Kukulmat's dislike of ships, I'm not especially eager to make my voyage again. Indeed. Here we are, right Bloom Post. The soldiers stationed here are responsible for defending Tulial and preserving the peace. Landsguard are led by your nation's strongest warrior, and so naturally Papa has commanded them since the beginning. At least until 3 years ago, when Zoral Ja took over as commander. The title is no empty honor, it means the first promise is considered equal to the dawntrail and martial strength. Amazing. Meanwhile, I have managed to... Well, I discuss my brothers and their accomplishments later. Alfino and Elijah should be around here too. Come on, it's time I show you the Sky Gate. It's right at the northern end of Poland March. It's also a very big city, like, just, oh. I forgot one. Sorry, going back down. Sorry. But yeah, the city is actually huge, like, wow. It is possible that I might actually go there regardless, but I don't know. I don't want to risk it for the biscuits. Well, since we are walking down the path, so what I've been up to the past few months, not a lot and not much at the same time, I guess. After I completed Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on stream, I basically just I passed it again. Oh, it's down here. I haven't actually played any games since Rebirth, except for the first part of the DLC of Pokemon of Scavio. Is it up? I feel like it's up, to be honest. Oops. yeah, so most of my time went into working and not only working but also my piano performance that I had to do. So there was a lot of training. At the moment I kinda am leaving I kinda am leaving my piano alone for a little bit. Sometimes I do play. Oh, it's the one that I actually did. Okay. Whoopsie. Yeah, it's this one. Oops. But yeah, at some point I actually do want to get so good that I can participate in like the collabs with Husky Bite Geek, for instance. But I do feel like I need to get better for that. Even though I actually succeeded this year as well. My piano teacher was actually very surprised on my progress of this year, because again I'm only busy since like 1 year and a half. I've been playing piano, and I've been doing like very hard songs that I shouldn't be able to do with the time I already did. But I'm proud of myself, a lot more than last year. Because last year it was actually, it didn't go well, but it is what it is, I guess. Zoralja, that's clearly a Mambojan name. Ministry family, yeah. I think there was a Mikote as well as one of the brothers. That's a big door. Yeah, massive, isn't it? Yeah. And on the north side is an equally massive bridge to match. Both were constructed by a race of giants, the Yokhu. Strictly speaking, Tural is actually two separate continents. Yoktural, the southern lands of the Mother, and Yaktural, the northern lands of the Father, which lie beyond the bridge. Legends say it used to be one great landmass, but long ago the two gods fought a titanic battle, and when one threw the other to the ground, the impact was so devastating as to split the continent in twain. A familiar sounding tale. I am put in mind of the conflict between Hylian and Zodiac. Yeah, exactly. But getting back to Yaktural, those lands are also part of Tuliural nation, correct? That's right. Isn't my father incredible? He united the people of continents into a single nation. The many clans of Tural had been at war for generations. It was only when Papa traveled the lands and put a stop to their myriad conflicts that we finally had peace. And that's the main reason. I want to win the throne so I can preserve the peace he built. Yeah, one of your brothers wasn't really that keen for that, right? But I see you're more interested in what's behind the gate than hearing about my aspirations. Choosing the bridge to Yaktural requires a special travel pass. Unfortunately, they won't issue any new permits until the Rite of Succession is over. I'll promise to get you one when I'm done, Severed, but until then, you'll just have to wait. Oh. Okay, that's interesting. I don't think it will go like that, because I have a feeling that the Rite of Succession won't be like in the first two levels of this. I think it might be. I might be wrong, but that would be quick, like very quick. I'll hold you to that, and I'll make sure you win. Mark my words. I wish you could go there right now. You really mean that? Ha! Woe to me, to anyone who stands between you and adventure. Yeah. Tired from all this walking, take a moment to rest and we continue the tour. Fine. We must have covered half the city by now. Tulial is unlike any other places I've visited. I'm totally enjoying myself. Me too. Me too. That's important. Next 45 minutes. I haven't done the latest Manderville stuff. Fuck, I forgot. Okay. Acclimated are ready to commence the second half of your tour. We'll head west next towards the Arc of Dawn. The teachable landing is on the way. You have teachables too. Julia certainly doesn't want for matters of travel. You get by. Now if you have seen enough of this area, let me know and we will continue. The Arc of Dawn is on the other side of the city, so speak up if you see something that interests you as we walk. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, so my streaming schedule for this game will probably be as hectic as it was with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Depending on when I have time, I will stream. I also don't know at all how long Dawntrail will be. I surmise it won't be as long as Endwalker, and it will definitely not be as long as Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. But still, I do think it might take me a few weeks to complete the game. Are you fine? Are you fine? I know I showered, but you don't need to put all your hair on my leg now. I hope you aren't too tired. Trillia also has plenty to see. I'm still trying to conceive how one could construct an entire city on the side of a mountain. This was originally the site of Yokyu Temple. The Giants built it when they were first making the bridge to Yakural to appease the god who slumbers in the great ocean range. After the Yokyu withdrew, the temple stood empty for centuries, so when Papa was establishing his new nation, he saw a structure he could refurbish into a palace, setting practical and center of trial. He gathered artisans to do the work, and the houses they built for themselves became the foundation of the city you see today. Speaking of houses, we'll be passing through the Resplendent Quarter, the biggest residential district in Tulial. We climb these sets of stairs here all the way up. Okay, let's go! Man, like, seriously. It's so green, so vibrant, everything is so beautiful, it's crazy. Like, holy shit. Just look at this, look at that. It's so beautiful. My shoulder has me. Have you tried heated Swingston? My cousin swears by it. Do I have to go up? I guess. Papa's palace is called Volok Shunsa, which roughly translates to invisible resilience. You probably want to take a closer look, but we'll be coming back here later. Let's move on forward. The sheer scale of this place is incredible. I wonder what the carving at the top represents. Yeah, so that's also already. I've been thinking about this. We're going back here anyway, so I'm not going to bother with the Aetheryte here just yet. It is my idea to make every city of Final Fantasy XIV into a Lego belt, and I stand by that. But this city is going to take me a fucking age to make. I haven't started on Gridania, Ilda, and Linvalmensa either yet, but that's like the ones that I want to start off with. But I imagine already how hard this one will be. Like, this city looks crazy, like really. The stairs leading up to the peak are pretty steep. Careful you don't fall. I've been one step away from that more than a few times. Oh, Proclamat. So this is a resplendent quarter. What kind of people live here? Oh, we have residents from all your Tural clans. Mamujaj, Bral, Pelepelu, Moblin, Hanu. We also have Tonawata, Hetsaram, and Shitona, who moved south from their ancestral lands in Yaktural. In essence, a gathering of people from every corner of Tural, which is nice. A true representation of Tulial, the first character. The adornments on each building contribute to a Lecter culture aesthetic. It's also beautiful. I'm glad you think so. Come, we can continue downstairs. I love the smooth jazz sounds, I really do. The big drum is called the dawntrail. They play it for formal occasions like when honoring the land guard during foundation's duty. I tried hitting it with my axe once and ripped the skin. Earns me a proper scolding, let me tell you. I think that was the time Papa held me upside down by the ankle. I've never seen such an enormous drum, but one even used to be such an instrument. Well, she just told us. But yeah, that does look cool as fuck though. Jesus. Wait. Okay. I see people over there. Alpaca! Alpaca, bapaca. One needs only look to the children playing for a sense of how peaceful things must be here. And here are our digitals. Not bad, eh? And here, I hear other nations use airships to sail the skies, but you'll find balloons in Tulial. I actually made a an air balloon with my crafting from with the Mamuja from Arnab Board, which is cool. We had them for the exact same reason as the Eaterites. Guana brought back the plans from Charlian, and Papa brought them fantastic and commissioned their construction. That was around 3 years ago. Since that time, we've added flights to other settlements. Trade with frontier communities has never been easier. But that's enough about digitals. Dark of Dawn awaits. Down. So yeah, like I said in the beginning, I am going in here like mostly blind. While I did saw the fanfests, of course, everything other than the fanfest I haven't really engaged in. And I'm actually happy with that, because so much stuff is going to be so new to me, and that's going to be an amazing experience. Don't get me wrong, Endwalker, Shadowbringers and Endwalker, I did watch a lot of stuff, and the game was still amazing to me, But because this is the complete new story, start of the new story and all that, I actually wanted to go all completely blind. Hearing about dirigibles remind me of the Exile and the flying vessels, but whereas they're designed as use several bladders, it seems the Tural craft rely on one large envelope to lift them into the air. Oh, was it the Exile that I helped? I thought it was the... yeah. This is it, the Ark of Dawn. When the giants were still here, it was known as the Yogg-Tural Land Gate. But when Papa founded Tulial, everyone began using its present name in honor of his great achievement. Though this gate is Kozamauka, the wetlands south of the city, depending on what the right of succession asks of us, we might end up going in that direction. Kozamauka. The name alone is intriguing. Speaking of which, what were those fluffy animals we passed over? Alpaca! Alpaca de Mapaca! Alpaca! Ah, those are alpacas. Fearsome four-legged fiends. Fearsome? They seem quite placid to me. You'll learn soon enough, Carl. You'll learn soon enough. Oh boy. But forget the alpacas, I have something far more important to show you. Come along. We are back. If you wish to learn the history of Tulial, then look no further. Those stone pillars, you mean? Ah, this must captured Carl's attention. Yeah, mine as well. Carl regards the stone pillars' curiosity. What is special about these pillars, if I may ask? At a glance they might look like ordinary stone decorations, but if you take a really good look, you see there's something much more interesting. The following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty. Every stone has a different marking on it. That one is broken. Yeah, I want to examine that closer. Pictures? Wait, no. These are glyphs. They seem to tell a series of stories, many of them featuring the two-headed Mamulja. Oh, then this must be... That's right, it follows the exploits of my father, Gulal Jaja, and his journey to unite our lands. We call it the Tuliolal Saga. The deeds he performed and the bonds he forged, all immortalized in stone. stone closest to us cover the first half of Papa's stuff. Let's start with those. Okay. Lay of repasts. Yeah, let's go. This pillar tells the lay of brotherhood. It depicts the scene where Papa granted an audience to the foreign explorer Cat Tamar. Something I can never remember the name. Ketten Ram. Ah, that's the one. Ketten Ram. Arrival in Tural is what prompted Papa to embark on his own journey. It's said the two grew to be close friends, brothers and spirits, if not in blood, but no one knows what became of the explorer in later years. I wonder if Ketten Ram will be ending up as Kraal's grandfather. I think that might be a possibility. Ketten Ram's disappearance is a mystery in Georgia as well. The records say he traveled between our lands and yours for a while, but then it's assumed he was lost at sea. Here we have the Lay of Reeds. This is the story of when Papa visited the Hanu Hanu in their village in Kuzamauka. Yeah, I recognize the Hanu Hanu. Ah, the people after almost mistook for the Vanu Vanu. If not for the colorful plumage, he spent a fair bit of time among the Vanu in the sea of clouds, so it's no surprise he took an interest in your countrymen. I don't know how it is with your Vanu, but our Hanu are a bright and cheerful sort. They hold this one festive every year, very famous and a lot of fun. Yeah, depending on what clan the Vanu Vanu you're talking about, they're kinda like, not that great. There's a... This one recounts the lay of the past, as you can probably tell. The figure depicted here is the Xibral like me. For decades, the Xibral and the Mamolja were at war for control of the forest of Yaktel. The actions Papa took to end that conflict have since been held as the steps in the founding of Tulioal. There is the clan of the Hrodgar and Boja known as Hellions, and their society, the women rule as queens and the men serve as devoted subjects. Yet here in Tural, Xibral men and women appear to be of equal status, how dramatically culture can vary with location. Indeed. That's everywhere. The Moblins? Yeah, the Moblins. Let's see, the one in the Lay of Pots, which depicts the Moblins of Kuzamauka. They might wear odd masks and sound weirdly muffled when they talk, but the gold and silver work they sell are the best you find anywhere. Moblin goods are the standard when it comes to gift giving. Clearly, the Vanu aren't the only people with distant Turali counterparts. Yeah. If you're done with the first half, we can move on to the second. Yes. Gold. Blank pillar. Yeah, I was right. The blank one is broken. I will leave that for last. And these four complete the rest of the saga. The Lay of Gold. This pillar shows one of the Pelu Pelu, whose homeland is in Urkopacha. Having created our see like two. Having created a currency, the Pelu are rightfully known as the merchant clan. They oversee Tulial's markets and their traveling peddlers are a common sight no matter where you go in Tural. Is my stream still going? Seems like it's like... yeah. They might mistake as children, but beneath those beaked masks, they are clever and calculated traders. Oh, this one is my favorite, the Lay of Ice. It depicts the battle between the legendary Tural, Vidral and Filigamanda. Yeah. The bird. I should explain, a Tural Vidral is a creature that has lived far beyond its useful lifespan and awakened to prematorial power. Tatari described the far eastern Ospaches in a similar fashion. Could this be the same phenomenon? So it's not really like a summoning. Vilgamanda itself was dubbed the Sky Ruin, a name earned for the destruction and terror it visits upon Tural every time it stirred from its slumber. But 80 years or so ago, Junius' reign was brought to an end. After a great struggle, Papa and his comrades managed to overcome the raging Vidral and sealed it away in the Urkapacha mountains. Despite his reputation, however, Vilgamanda is also a symbol of power. That's why you'll see its likeness on Tulial Nal's national emblem and adorning the banners of the phrase on the palace. The Lay of Proof. The big fellow is a Yokyu, the largest of Tural's people. These giant ones use their great size and strength to establish a dominion encompassing all of Yogg-Tural. Having brought the southern reaches to heel, they then turn northwards, setting their sights on Yogg-Tural. You'll recall that massive bridge they built beyond the Sky Gates. Sometime after launching their northern campaign, however, they just gave up. They abandoned the lands they'd conquered and withdrew into the mountains of Urkapacha. I've never seen any of their kind so much as set foot in the city. This was people with the power and resourcefulness to raise a temple on a mountaintop and build a bridge across the sea with stone. What would move them to renounce their ambition and their place in Turial history? This was yeah. And then the last one, the blank one. Oh, this one is unmarked. Papa say he left a blank panel for the next chapter of Turial history, whatever that might be. I guess the one that we are in right now, no? The right of succession. Field of history then? Yes, thank you. Glad to hear it. You know, I feel awfully hungry all of a sudden. No surprises they're seeing I couldn't keep anything down for a while, but now I think I'm ready to eat again. Let's go and have ourselves a bite of local delicacy. Come, I'll take you to the best restaurant in the city. I like the sound of that. slide casting. There we go. That was too fast. Let's put you into that one as well. Well, the lovely establishment. I'm reminded of what Bismarck and Lipsalomon are. Have you ever had tacos? I bet you someone would love tacos. They're truly a raw classic. You bake a crunchy shell made from corn flour and fill it with meat and salads. A lot of shops and stalls sell them, but I like how they made it here at Zipala Day Best. And I need one right in front of me right now. Let's head downstairs and place an order with old Book Evil.
Evo! My companions must sample your heavenly tacos. One for each of us, please.
Right away, promise. And I'll pack them tight with my choicest feelings. Only the best for you and your friends.
I do like me some tacos as well. It's been a while.
Did you hear the Silver Scares are back? Seems their overseas foray ended in disaster. More than half their warband is missing, including their leader.
Aye. And now keen to rebuild their broken reputations, the survivors seek the Golden City. A fool's errand. How many hopefuls have disappeared in search of that fable? They should count their lucky stars that came home alive at all.
The legend of the Golden City is well known here, I take it.
Yeah.
It is, but as no one's ever seen it, many question if there is any truth to the tale. Like our skeptical Aaronville.
Aaronville hopes it's real. He literally hopes it's actually real. But he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to say that he hopes it's real. Let's see here. Now that they are talking about tacos, let's see. Normally we have like a taco restaurant in the neighborhoods that where they deliver to home. So let's see. Aha, here we go. Yeah. Let's buy one. Okay. choose a... that's weird. Come on. I want to pay. Let me pay. Why can't it? Oh. Shit. I don't think that's... Oh well. Okay.
I can't imagine the Dawn Servant would request a formal survey for a place that doesn't exist.
I wonder if they made it or barely made it, but something happened, so they had to...
Now to find a spot with a pleasant view to enjoy our crunchy spoils.
Oh. No, our tacos.
Oh.
If it isn't the third promise.
Oh, no.
I don't know these ones. New salt.
Dredge from foreign waters is my guess, brother.
Of course, that's it. Wuklamat is so afraid of the coming contest that she went crying for special help.
Was there something you wanted, Bakul Jaja?
The third promise remembers us! Such an honor. Glory on your name, brother. And on yours, brother.
I know my rivals for the throne. Nothing more.
Another child of the Dawn Servant?
No, this brute.
We have no ties to their farce of a family. Unlike the sneevling housecut, we are blessed siblings, the elevated chosen. We alone are fit to succeed Golul Jaja as Dawn Servant.
All peoples are equal in Tulihiola. Your heritage gives you no greater claim to the throne.
Shall we test that idea here and now? See if your strength is equal to ours.
He is the one that I was most curious about from the last patch, because how he would kind of, because from what we know, he wants to make Tulial like very strict, and like everything what it is right now, it shouldn't be.
None of this has any bearing on the right of succession, correct? Best not waste your energies on pointless scuffles.
The kitten comes to the house cat's defense.
Pathetic. Since when was our nation overrun by mewling weaklings?
Listen to me, you.
A two-headed mamulja. I knew of them, but that's the first I've seen in the flesh.
Some get it into their twin heads that they're destined to follow in my father's footsteps. So they travel to distant lands to hone their battlecraft. Those are likely the ones you've heard about.
Are there other two-headed claimants?
No, just Bakul Jaja. Even in Tural, his kind are far from common. The Mamulja people largely belong to one of three clans. The Hubigo, the Bunewa, and the Dopro. Every once in a great while, a two-headed offspring is born from a union between the brown-scaled Hubigo and the blue-scaled Bunewa. The child grows to possess immense strength, both physical and magical.
Blessed siblings indeed.
Forget them. Let's go and buy more tacos. I can think of nothing better to rid me of this bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, I want some tacos. Oh, Link Shao. Hello.
Enjoying your tour of the city, I trust. We've seen our share of notable sights and took a moment to rest. As such, we're ready to present ourselves at the palace for the rite of succession. Shall we meet you there?
The palace it is. I'll let Wuklamart know. Destiny calls. Perhaps we can return for more tacos later?
Oh.
So it goes.
Oh. Brookhaven has loving made tacos went to waste, and it's all the British Bakul Jaza's fault. I was looking forward to trying some authentic Tulial cuisine, but we should hurry and join Alvino and the others at the palace. Alright, it's a bit of a climb to the top. You can head up from the replanted quarter, or even the eastern side of Talon Marsh if you prefer. Now that you have an idea of the city's layout, I'll let you find your own way to Volakshonsa. Ah, my poor empty belly. It's been amazing already. Like I said, it's really cool to see again. Nothing beats like a first day and an MMO. Like seeing all those people doing the same thing you are doing. It's actually crazy how good this start was. Login wise. Bye. 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 Yeah, it was really cool. I had only like 43 people in queue before me on a launch day. That's unheard of, especially how Endwalker was like, I remember in Endwalker it was like 21k or above. I had like 3 hours queue time sometimes, even longer, just because of how much trouble the servers got. They really fixed the server issues so well, like it's crazy. This is how you see how well they made the service now. And it's not that there's like less people, like the population of Final Fantasy XIV is still growing, which is the... Hey, Nelly too. She was talking at some point. I think that's the last one. I can actually check it out, right? I forgot that one. Okay, no problem. Look at the shiny ground. Again, the lighting in this game has improved so much. I can't actually wait to see a lot of the older content and the new graphics as well. Do you have a better feel for the city now? There are so many narrow winding streets, but even if you get lost, all you have to do is keep heading up and you are at Palace eventually. You saw a two-headed Mamuja on the way here, another claimant in the Rise of Succession, according to the Amazon. It is. The food is amazing, and passing Mamuja let us try a food called Cherimoya. It was just sublime. Well, you made it good that we're all here. They're hungry enough to eat a whole roasted colibri, but the contest won't wait for us forever. Oh, I could ask Namika to cook me something afterwards. I've been speaking several calls with playing sequence, so this my little set aside. Yes. Alright. That's why there's a lot of people here, because there's going to be a lot of cutscenes. I've acquainted the twins with the city as best I could in a short time. Their unbridled enthusiasm made it rather difficult. Invariable something would catch their eyes, spurring them to run down an alley to investigate. It was like herding a pair of unruly girls. I understand all too well. Surely it had the same effect on me. Right then, now, it's time we saw the inside of the palace. Papa will want to know I'm home and to meet allies I've chosen. Given how impulsive he is, though, there's no telling what might be in for. He's going to test us. That's a theory that I have. Like, you know, in the trailer, in the CG trailer, we fight him. I think we are going to fight him, but not as, oh, you're a bad guy. No, I think we're going to fight him as in, okay, show me your strength. Let me test you a little bit. Already fighting. Hey, it's Estinian. Ah.
Estinian? When did he get here?
Oh my god.
More to the point, why is he here?
Oh, you know this man?
Yeah.
Whenever my father spots a promising opponent, he invites them to Sunperch to duel. Pressing duties or no, he can't resist a good fight.
Yeah.
So the one Estinian is crossing blades with.
Okay.
That would do, Spearman. I would receive my darling daughter.
I have to go downstairs. Apparently my food is about to be delivered already. I think. Yeah. So just a second. I am back. And while we are watching this cutscene, I can actually
You are the strongest I've fought in many a moon, if not longer. It is the privilege of a life long lived to face such a formidable soul.
If it's formidable you want, then look no further than that man there.
I see you, warrior.
Look at the smile. He's like, haha, come over here.
We had no idea you meant to visit Tyrrell.
I've seen what lies east. This time I chose west.
And thus did our itinerant dragoon make his travel plans.
You witnessed our bout. If you thought he was fearsome, that was with one head dozing.
I'm not sure I understand.
The old man has been feeling his years. The uncovered side is the head of resolve, and age only deepened his love for combat. But the head of reason, wiser of the two, sleeps more and more these days. As I understand it, the veil helps with the restoration of his magical energies.
Enough about me, Lamati. I want to hear of your adventures.
Lamachi.
Your real name?
A term of endearment. It's what my family calls me.
When last did we see you in the palace? Greetings, Solonash.
It's Erenville now, Dawn Servant. I took the name while abroad, and have since grown accustomed to it.
Erenville, then. And these others? I assume are Lamati's recruited allies. Ha! Old-tempered still. Yet as much as I'd enjoy testing their metal, the hour of the right is at hand. I will summon the other claimants at once.
Oh, I actually wanted to fight you.
Then I shall leave you to it. Good fortune, my friends.
Bakujasa, yeah.
The claimants are assembled. The first promise, Zorolja.
And also the commander of the Down Guard.
The second promise, Ona.
Ah, daar is de Mikote. Dat is zo. Wana.
The third promise, Uklamat. And lastly, the chosen of Mamuk, Bakun Jaja.
He's a chosen one.
You four will compete in the rite of succession, the outcome of which will decide who takes my place as Dawn Serpent. I am not the man I once was. My wiser half sleeps the days away. And it is time I yield my position. But mine is a torch that has never been passed. Tuliyola is young. And so I look to thee always for inspiration. The rite of succession. The means by which the autarch of Mamuk was chosen. Only the two-headed were deemed fit for this contest. But the Tuliyola I built is a nation of many peoples. Our leader needn't have two heads, nor be a Mamuja at all. So I gave the right of claimant not only to the son I sired, but to my adopted children as well. Yet the opportunity to rule was still not equal. That is why a recent tournament offered a place in the contest as the winning prize.
Now you have us to compete against. Though it seems the One-Head was already too afraid to face us in the tournament.
Our brother was in shock Tural, leading the Landsguard on a campaign to eradicate a Tural Vidral. Anyone with sense will know he was too busy for games.
They really don't like Bagujas, yeah.
Now for the part you've been waiting to hear. The nature of the contest itself. To triumph in the right of succession, and thereby claim our nation's throne, you must travel the lands of Yoctural. And find the City of Gold.
Amazing. Amazing. Ah, I knew it. I just knew it.
If I may, Father.
Speak, Kona.
The Golden City is an ancient Turali legend, but after so many failed attempts to find it, the story has become more fairy tale than fact. If you would charge us with such a quest, are we then to assume you have proof of the city's existence?
I offer us proof, my unbroken word. For I have seen it with my own 4 eyes.
Yeah, I knew it.
The city's real. All those years.
This was before the founding of Tuliobal. I traveled the lands of Tural with my companions. And we ended our journey at the gates to the Golden City.
That's what I literally said before.
I mean to have you do the same. But in order to achieve victory proper, you need to break the seal I put in place. Bring them.
We need to, step in there in his footsteps, go visit everything, and then the City of Gold. So that means that we also, as expected,
The Tulishola saga.
need to fight Valigamanda.
You will retrace the path I walked to unite our peoples, step by step. Along the way, 7 chosen electors will be waiting to measure your worth. Earn their keystones by performing the feats they ask of you. Once you've fitted each of the 7 tablets with the keystone, you'll have the key to unlock the seal on the Golden City's gates.
So the contest is in stages, none of which can be skipped by rushing to the ultimate objective.
Indeed.
Exactly. Exciting, isn't it?
It is for me because
Martial
I like
tournaments,
this.
hunting festivals, and now this. You do so love your contests, Papa.
I also like this.
Were I a few years younger, I would have joined in myself, giving you a proper challenge. You may think the ride is tedious or nonsensical, or both, but I am yielding our nation's throne. Let me have this final indulgence.
A waste of time. Just name Bakunja as successor and be done with it.
The rite of succession begins now. I'll be watching you progress with great interest. And Clemens, remember to collect your tablets before you leave. You are one of Lamachi's allies. Speak freely.
I am Cryle Baldessian, representative of the students of Baldessian. My name is perhaps familiar to you?
Ah.
It would seem you sent this letter to my orders some years ago. The ink has since faded and much of the writing is illegible. Even so, we managed to determine the essence of it. A request to investigate the Golden City, addressed to my grandfather, Galuf. Included with the correspondence was this earring. A fairy tale and a piece of jewelry were enough to convince my grandfather to sail halfway across the world. So there is surely some greater mystery at work here. On behalf of the students, I've come to seek clarification on the matter. Have you any knowledge you might share with me?
No, not at this time. I have tasked the claimants with finding the Golden City. To fulfill your request would afford one of them an unfair advantage in the right of succession. But once the contest is decided, I plan to entrust the entire truth to my successor. If you want to hear it, then you had best help Lamachi win.
Very well, Dawn Servant. On my honor as a student of Baldessian, I will find your Golden City. Thank you for hearing my petition.
How about that? She's grown into a remarkable young woman. You should be proud, Galuf.
Damn.
Too late to change your mind now, I suppose. But are you sure you wish to be part of this?
Yeah, this is going to be amazing. This is what I hoped for.
Our third promise is not wont to take no for an answer. Though you may have agreed to help, I worry that you were swept up in her relentless enthusiasm.
I'm an adventurer, come on, Aravel.
Or perhaps you've been lured by the glory of the Golden City. Either way, this contest for the throne will place you and yours at the heart of political turmoil. If you are second-guessing your decision, tell me now. This may be my last chance to help you withdraw.
Hell no. Hell no.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend. And there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
I want to see where this journey leads.
So you are committed to your path? I will speak no more of it then. As for my own involvement, I can no longer conduct myself as a mere cat, I think. Not after the Dawn Servant's revelation.
Here they come!
It's Saralja!
Such a fearsome mien. Make no mistake, there goes Tuliola's mightiest warrior.
First promise, our village needs aid. The cold weather stunts our crops, and the children of our village go hungry. Once you ascend the throne, I beg of you, grant my people new lands, please!
Serelja.
Take heart, tiller of the soil. The Resilient son, blood heir to the Dawn Servant, has heard your pleas.
Soralja, the first promise and commander of the Landsguard.
Yeah.
Serelja, the palaceer. As he was so careful to remind the crowd, Soralja is indeed the natural child of Gurul Jaja.
And Resilient Son, is that another title, like the first promise?
After a fashion. Common knowledge has it that two-headed Mamulja cannot sire children. Yet Soralja was born all the same, with the head of Resolve's features and the head of Reason's scales. An extraordinary example of life's unyielding resilience.
And a warrior's reticence. He says little, but the way he moves... I know a hardened soldier when I see one.
He's a natural swordsman. A gift he inherited from his father. Some even say that the son has already surpassed the sire. Should he come to power, the first promise means to employ that martial prowess in the conquest of foreign lands. For this, he and his supporters have been labeled expansionists. This puts him in direct opposition to Wuklamat, who advocates for the preservation of peace. You may recall that she spoke of a claimant who cannot be allowed to rule. That is Soralja, the warmonger.
I actually thought she meant Bakul Jaja, but okay.
Cryon, are you alright?
The echo. It gave me a glimpse into Zoralja's ambitions. Deep and unknowable, like an abyss. Yet at the same time, a roaring, unquenchable fire. It was a trifle terrifying, to be frank.
second promise. You must bring us more marvelous conveniences. More dirigibles and trains and the like. We need you in charge to make trading easier.
The elders, they complain and complain about abandoning tradition. But we're not like them, afraid of everything foreign and new.
You have our wholehearted support. With your ingenuity and knowledge, you're sure to win the contest.
Forgive me, but the rite of succession is barely begun. I will hear your petitions if and when I am named Dawn Servant. If you will excuse me. Plain spoken, as always.
That's Arcona. Practical to a fault.
Here we have Kona, the second promise, who spent time as a pupil at Charlian's own studio.
Now that you mention it, I think I did see him in the halls once or twice. There was nothing to suggest he was Turali, much less from a royal family.
Yeah, they did say that he was.
That was by design. He forwent his usual garb and took an Eorzean name to avoid attention.
So it was Kona who introduced the dirigibles. And the railway too, given what we just heard.
In furtherance of his goal, to enrich Tuliolal with every bright notion he learned of in Charlian. He is the hope of those who prize innovation. As aloof as he may seem, Kona and Wuklamat actually get along rather well. They bicker and banter as only close siblings do.
How gracious of you all to cheer the lesser claimants.
Damn.
Oh, come now. What are you afraid of? I'm no different from your Dawn servant. That my kind should reign is Mamulja tradition, and has been so since before there was a Tuliola. I'll brush aside your feeble contenders, and then you'll see who deserves your fealty.
Well said, brother.
The Mamulja have finally found peace in Tuliolal. A pity those fanatics are intent on keeping that tradition alive.
The chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja, winner of the recent martial tournament, and the only claimant not of the Dawn's promise. His strength is undeniable, but you see how he is. A few devoted Mamulja are his only supporters.
What would he do with the throne should he win it?
Nothing good.
His policies and so forth? I doubt he's thought much beyond winning the contest itself. But one thing seems certain. If he does become Dawn Servant, he will see the Mamulja exalted as the ruling class, and all others forced into subservience.
Sounds like another that cannot be allowed to rule.
So it's between Kuana and us. She also doesn't really have a big audience though, like the most of them are already gone.
We wish for one thing and one thing only, third promise. To abide together in harmony with our neighbors whom we love in this land we share. It is our way, the Turoli way.
Galul Jaja built for us this peaceful nation, and we beg you to preserve it.
You have my word. I won't let your pleas go unanswered.
Until Tuliolal was founded some 80 years ago, this continent was ravaged by war. The eldest among us remember that dark era, and they are Wuklamat's most ardent supporters.
Apologies, it's hard to get away. This is Namika, my childhood nursemaid. She's been like a mother to me my whole life. I told her it wasn't necessary, but she insisted on seeing us off.
I place our precious third promise into your care.
Did you know Wuklamat was taking part in the rite of succession?
Of the Dawn's promise? I thought it was only Zoralja and Kona. If she has any accomplishments to her name, I've yet to hear them.
Compared to the two Mamulja, she pales in martial prowess. And then there's Kona, who's far and away the most educated of the bunch. I hate to say it, but it's hardly a competition.
It's fine. More than anyone, I understand how much better my brothers are than me.
Better? Wuklamat, I have never thought of you as the lesser sibling. Your brothers may excel in their respective ways, but you boast qualities that both lack. A strength that is yours alone. Having cared for you for so long, I should know.
Thank you, Namika. Well, we ought to be on our way.
Yes, hurry along. I await word of your victory with bated breath.
So yeah, every promise has its own like thing that they want, but I do feel like Wuklamat is the only one who wants to rule like a ruler and not be like, okay, I need this because it's for to preserve peace, but she also sees everyone in the same regards. Are you okay? Are you okay? Well, so much of the brief reunion I had in mind. Papa is not one to waste time when he decides to act. I used to it by now, of course, but others are often caught off guard. In any case, we should talk about how we are going to find the City of Gold. All we have to work with are the 7 tablets and their connection to the Tuliolal saga. Might I suggest first comparing the tablets against the pillars? We could check out for any discrepancy between them. Good idea, let's go and take a look. But yeah, I do have to say, the pacing of this storyline at this point, it's pretty good. Like, I didn't expect like being that fast paced. especially since it's the beginning of a new story or whatever. I do like it though. The preparation of intricately carved tablets for every claimant must have taken considerable effort and forethought. We should consider and weighty remind that this contest is not light-hearted-minded. That makes everyone look them up, the tablets if you would, of course. Everyone has a tablet, and let's compare them to their respective pillars. Keep an eye out for even the smallest difference. Alright. Unless I'm missing something, the glyphs appear to be identical. The only difference being that the tablets have hollows where the keystones are to be fitted. So now that we've established that the seeds are the same, where do we go from here? Well, the downside is that we were to retrace the path you walked up until we all spoke people, and that we would encounter 7 electros along the way. Then we have the answer here in front of us. Papa's path all is laid out in the Tuliolal saga. So first this one, and that one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, seventh one. In evidence of cliff portrait, do we know exact location where they took place? If one is close, we could go there and search for an elector. That would confirm we are on the right track. Let me think. The Lay of Reeds was in the nearby Hanu settlement. Papa took me there once. It was during festival season and the whole village was alive and good cheer. There's also a Lay of Gold that's here involved with the Pillow village, which is about the same distance from here. This is how they are doing the two stories again. Before going anywhere, we should ask around about the road ahead. I heard a lot of talk as we toured the city about the storm we passed through to say apparently it ravaged Yogg-Tural several days ago. Since our roads are not as well paved as Eorzea, they are more susceptible to damage from natural disasters. If we want to avoid wasting time taking a dead-end trail, I suggest we spend a few moments making inquiries. If it's information we need, just leave it to me, I'll bring the information to us. Okay. It would be prudent to ensure we are prepared for the journey. I'll guide you to the accommodations I've arranged. Okay. Said she would be bringing the information to us. I wonder what she meant by that. Probably a person who knows everything. What a comfort to have lodging served in advance. Oh, such a lovely little cottage and there on the waters. Yeah, I like that. I slept above water once. It was very calming. That's right, the reservation is under Wuklamat's name. If you don't mind, I'll leave my companions to you. Certainly, sir. I'll go and track down the third province. Once you've finished organizing your gear, you can meet us outside Shibaya Say. Greetings, Visitor Tutorial, and welcome to the 4 Art Cabins. Whenever you are ready, I will show you to your rooms. Are you going to get some tacos? Trust should be the keenest to head out, Vexkin. Yeah, well, I did all the arrangements beforehand, to be honest, so... But where are Ervel and Boklamat, I wonder? There they are. Oh good, you're all here. Ah, who might your companions be? Seeing as we needed information, I thought we better to get it from the locals. These two hail from the villagers we are taking to visit. I give you credit for taking initiative, at least. What do you mean, at least? I'm honored that the third person would seek my advice. I too am happy to answer your questions. Any encounter might be an opportunity to do business. Thank you both for your help. Before we begin, there will doubtless be other occasions when we need to act independently, so I brought these with the two of you. Link shells. What's this? Yeah, it's called a link pearl, a gemstone harvest from a special shell. When linked together, they allow people to communicate across great distances. Is that so? What a hardy thing to have. Handy. It will be very useful on our travel. Speaking of which, I should get back to introducing my two new friends here. I'll wear those masks. Boklamat may not be as experienced for accomplishment as her brothers, but she has an affinity for people. For her, finding those willing to cooperate is simply asking. Because she's so open. Which is actually a good trait for a ruler to have. Even close, the Hanu are remarkably similar to the Vanu, aside from those brilliant feathers, of course. The Tulial saga defeated numbers of Tual's clans, two of those, the Hanu and the Pelu Pelu. As I'm relatively close to the city, so I brought the residents of each. As I mentioned before, the Hanu are cheerful people who love their festivals. They make their appearance in the Lay of Reeds, and their home village Okanu is located in Kuzamaoka. The other smaller fellow is one of the Pelu, a clan business-minded folk from the Urkupacha. They appear in the Lay of Gold and collect all kinds of marvelous goods and watching Polo, their village. Now as for birthdays, which village to visit first? Why don't you put the adventure instinct of yours to work for us? Alright. So, like always, this is choose. But I will stop here. I have to work tomorrow, and I also won't be able to stream tomorrow because I work for 12 hours straight, and after the 12 hours I have actually a barbecue to go to. So it's going to be on Sunday that I'll stream again. So yeah, either way, this has been an amazing start of Dawntrail. Music, amazing. A lot of voice acting as well, which I like as well, because I'm bad at voice acting, especially now as well, because I don't know, I have like a little bit of allergy, I think. But it's been amazing, it really is. The pacing has been great. It goes very smoothly, very fast, in my opinion. It's very, very good. Either way, with that being said, I'll see you next one. I'm back again in 9 pounds.